Bewitched by the serpent. Gravity or grace. As early as in the times of the Apostle Paul of Tarsus, Satan started to distort the true teachings of Jesus. Acts 20:30, 1 Corinthians 4:6. Then and now, our only way to stay close to the true followings of Jesus and to follow them securely is through the building of sanctifying grace in our lives to walk within the light and protection of the Holy Spirit within our hearts. In her book Gravity and Grace of 1947, Simone Weil, a contemporary religious thinker, affirmed that all the natural movements of the soul are controlled by laws analogous to those of physical gravity. Grace is the only exception. We must always expect things to happen in conformity with the laws of gravity, unless there is a supernatural intervention. Two forces rule the universe: light and gravity. Sin, incantation, and Satan's grasp. In our world, a small number of organizations manipulate and take advantage of all our societies and their members through unjust and abusive financial institutions, crooked politicians that run dishonest and powerful nations, and world organizations dedicated to controlling, enslaving, and taking away the rights and freedoms of every human being, and a media and social media outlets with evil cultural entertainment and networking groups that spread lies and diabolic ideologies through our planet for their benefit. They are all sinning through their hatred towards humanity and their selfishness. They represent entirely the sin of our world. Unfortunately, in this same world, millions of human beings, due to living their lives separated from God, are easy prey of the fear, enslavement, and mental manipulations of the elite of human demons that run this world. They represent the negative effects of the earthly gravity and inertia of this world, which pull them down into darkness. The social order is irreducibly that of the prince of the world. And the ring that joins these torments of sin and gravity together in our world is Satan's spell, the incantation of the serpent that still dominates our world. Only the spirit of discernment, which distinguishes the logos of each thing, as well as possible spiritual anomalies, and which comes from the divine light of the Holy Spirit, is capable of breaking the powerful spell of darkness that Satan distributes daily in our world. The incantation of Christendom. After Jesus ascended to his Father in heaven, the Holy Spirit filled the hearts of these first Christian communities, giving them the power of the Father, the love of the Son, and the higher intelligence and guidance of the Spirit, and the rest is the history of the emergence of a new religion. Unfortunately, after the first 200 years of Christianity, the the holy priesthood was gone, and a hierarchical structure took over the church. Consequently, the Holy Spirit was nowhere to be found in the hearts of its leaders, and without his authority, no new revelations came to refresh the church. After the Emperor Constantine took over the Roman Empire, corruption and false notions spread through the Christian church. The works of man and his law were the new truth, and faith and belief were not important anymore. The worst nightmare of the Apostle Paul of Tarsus. Galatians 3, 2, 3 and 5, 11, 13 and 25. And this work took place where the law stirs up disobedience, not obedience to God. Doubles 2021, From Darkness to Light with the Holy Spirit, page 10. Satan's gravity or sanctifying grace. The connection between gravity and suffering is more than metaphorical. Gravity is the force of weight. It is what pulls everything toward the earth, what makes burdens heavy, and what drags the physical body downward. When Christ carried his cross, he was literally bearing the full force of gravity, taking upon himself the weight of sin, suffering, and divine justice. And so do we when we carry our metaphorical crosses. Gravity is the invisible force that blinds and binds the universe. Christ is the invisible presence that sustains all things. The crucifixion was an act of suffering under gravity's pull. Christ's sacrifice was a cosmic event that restructured the fundamental order of existence. And so can we if we carry our crosses and follow him. Douglas C. Yuvan, 2025, Gravity, Synchronicity, and the Holy Spirit, a faith-based exploration of divine order in the universe and the role of AI in revealing it. Pages 22 and 24, researchgate.net. When there is grace, sanctifying grace, and sin has been conquered in a person, as the Catholic saints have shown us, gravity, the inertia of our dark world, subsides. Levitation is the suspension of the body in the air without support, in violation of the law of gravity, and it can be found in a number of religious traditions. But in stories of Christian mystics, this phenomenon is interpreted as a foretaste of a glorious life in the dimension of the resurrection of bodies. De Muro 2014, page 81, and generally takes place as part of ecstatic experiences. Catherine of Siena, Rita de Cascia, Francis Xavier, John of the Cross, Teresa of Avila, Joseph of Cupertino, Gerard Majella, and Clelia Barbieri are some of the saints to whom this charisma is attributed. Destroying the ring of Mount Doom, casting out Satan. We are living in a corrupt and wicked age where the snares of Satan are roaming freely through our societies. Our Mount Doom is still the tree of knowledge of good and evil. To deal with the snares of the devil, we should follow Jesus' example. Jesus is the only one who has authority over the demon and his fallen angels, and has the power to cleanse his disciples from evil spirits. Mark 5:7-8. And the demons are subject to his authentic followers under his name. Luke 10:17-19. There is a widely spread misconception among Christians that due to the redemption made by Jesus Christ on our behalf as a sacrificial lamb, we're all saved, no matter what. What Jesus did as the new Adam was to open the door of the kingdom of heaven, paradise, for each of us to be considered as we are, as members of an Adamic humanity that was banned from God's presence. But we individually still need to earn our right to transcend the open door to paradise through our expiation, atonement, redemption of our alive and well sinful nature in a fallen world ruled by Satan. Dávalos 20:22. Patience, the forgotten virtue that gains all. Page 25. Are we going to cast out Satan from this world? No, only God can. But we can cast Satan from our land, from our lives, from our house that has been finally cleaned out of sin, taking good care not to leave it swept and empty, but always full of Jesus at all times to avoid the demons from moving back in. Matthew 12:43-45.